Hi, welcome to Low Vision Living 2070. I'm Kathy, and I do have low vision. In the last month to 6 weeks, I have become the proud owner of 2 pairs of bioptic telescopic glasses. A lot of people call them, just say bioptics for short. And so I have, this is a pair that I use for distance. As you can see, they have the round telescopes on them. So I use those if I'm in the car and that kind of thing, or if I'm watching TV, I use those also. And then these are my reading glasses. As you can see, they're a little bit bulkier. They have a little bit wider field of vision, which I wanted for the reading glasses. The main thing I wanted to talk about though with today's video is something called real-time depth perception. And you know, that's the way most people function, is with real-time depth perception. Once you get used to your depth perception, then you know how to maneuver in the world and that kind of thing. With the bioptics, since they do have magnifiers in them, everything is brought closer to you. So the other day when I lit a candle and I had on my reading glasses and I went to blow out the match, I was like, okay, I can't find the match in my vision. And then once I did find it, I was not at the correct angle to be able to blow the match out. So I have learned to light candles and that kind of thing before I put my bioptics on, because it just makes it so much easier, and that won't have to worry about burning the house down. And then with the distance glasses, I have found when I'm riding in a car that since everything appears closer to me, I get a little bit anxious that we're, coming up on the car in front of us really quickly or something like that. And then I look through the other part of my glasses and it's like, okay, they're still pretty far away. Let me show you how these work. These are the ones for distance. And so I look through this part down here, which is the carrier lens. It just has my normal prescription in it, like the other glasses I just took off. And then when I want to see out far away, I look down through the telescopes. And so everything is much, appears much closer to me. Well, that also means that when we're approaching a stoplight, or there's a vehicle in front of us or anything like that, it seems to me that we are closer to it than we actually are, because when I'm looking through those, I'm not in what they call real time. So I have to make that adjustment for that. And so that will be something that I will have to work on. I'm hoping to go through driver rehab this summer. I know a couple times I have driven just down the road here in front of our house. There's not much traffic on it. And I have noticed that I drift to the left, which is the center of the road. And I figured out it's because when I'm looking through the telescopes, the edge of the road looks closer to me than what it actually is. So I move to the left automatically, so I'm not as close to the edge of the road. So that's something that I will have to learn how to adjust for as I'm learning how to drive with the bioptics. It's kind of an extensive training program, and I'm hoping this summer to be able to do that. I'm in the process right now of being able to go through to see if I'm eligible for services through the state to pay for the program. Otherwise, it's pretty expensive to just pay for it out of pocket. So the other thing I have noticed with the distance glasses, sometimes I'll just look through them and see at what point things get blurry because they're too close to me. And I was riding with my daughter-in-law the other day, and she has a little thing that dangles from the rearview mirror, and I went to try and touch it, and I couldn't find it looking through the bioptics because it appeared to me that it was much closer than it actually was. And so I just kept like reaching for it and I couldn't find it. And so when I then looked through the other glasses, it's like, oh, well, no wonder why I couldn't find it. I was like 3 or 4 inches away from it. So it's just one of those things that I'm having to learn to go through and adjust to. I think that if I wore glasses that had that magnification in them all the time, the whole lens was magnified like that, that my depth perception would adjust, because that is much closer to normal vision. When I have the bioptics, my vision is about 20/30. And so that's much closer to someone with normal vision than what my actual vision is. So I have just adjusted as my vision has gotten worse to what the depth perception is for me. So it's just kind of funny to me that it's like, oh, this is how people see on a normal basis. And I haven't seen on a normal basis in over 20 years. So it's just been a learning experience for me. But I know that there's no way I could maneuver steps with the reading glasses on, because you have to look down to see where the steps are and that kind of thing. And if I look down through the reading glasses, they appear much closer to me. So I'm not even going to attempt that. I'm okay walking around in my house with them on, because, I've lived in this house for a long time and I know where everything is. So it doesn't bother me to do that. Just one of those little things about learning to adjust to life with bioptics. But I'm just very glad that I have them and I can read easily and I can see farther away and that kind of thing. So my whole purpose, I think, is to let people know that low vision is something that is out there. Just because your eye doctor says, well, this is the way your vision is and there's nothing we can do to help you, that may not be completely true. You need to talk to a low vision specialist and see if there is anything that they can do to help you with glasses that are a little different, or magnifiers that you can use, and that kind of thing. There are a lot of options out there that I didn't know about until just a few months ago. So, and I've had low vision for 20 years and I just have always just dealt with it. I've never looked into anything other than using a magnifier to help me. So if you or a loved one have low vision and you're struggling to read, or you're struggling to see things far away, you just know that your vision is not as good as it used to be, there may be someone out there who can help you. So I would just suggest that you look up low vision providers in your area and see if you can find somebody who might be able to help you. So that's about it for today. Have a great day.